going on, everybody? This is the Gorilla Man, and you are listening to the Gorilla Man podcast. On tonight's show, we are going to be talking about the top 5 Miami Dolphin football games. On tonight's show, I have a special guest all the way from California. Please welcome to the show, Josh, the sportsman Ferris.
What's going on, everybody? All you Dolphin fans out there?
What's going on, Josh? Hey,
not much, Brian. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing good, bro. I'm just doing the show tonight. Just wanted to try to do something different. Talking about the top 5 Miami Dolphin games that you can recall seeing. Not necessarily in your lifetime. It can be whether clips from YouTube or whether it be replays from the NFL Network, history or whatever. Just your top 5 Miami Dolphin games of all time, starting with number 5. So for you, Josh, what would be your number 5 Miami Dolphin game of all time?
Well, it's a really tough choice because there's a lot of good games that the Dolphins have had over the years. But if I had to give a number 5, I would have to go with Don Shula becoming the all-time winningest head coach.
And that was against the Eagles, correct?
Yes, and that's when the Dolphin players, after they won that game, they lifted Don Shula up as they walked him off the field. That was a very touching and great moment.
All right,
in my book.
Definitely. That's definitely an awesome moment in our Dolphin history. For me, I think a number 5 game for me would have to be the Alindo Mare field goal off with the Denver Broncos Sunday night game. I'm not 100% sure. It was back in the late 90s, I believe. We ended up winning that game.
Like 2000, I think it might have been.
Was it been?
That was when Thomas and Taylor were there.
Oh, that's correct. That is correct. But, I mean, it was just, to get excited over kickers is unheard of, but just that game was just something unreal. Because I think we had Jay Feely.
At least the kicker wasn't Sturgis.
Yeah, we didn't have Sturgis. We would have definitely lost that game if we did. But Alindo Mare did. And he definitely kicked the ball for us really well, and I really liked that kicker. So that was for me. I mean, starting out with number 5, I know that a lot of people are probably scratching their head on that game, but for me, living in Iowa, we were very limited to the amount of games that we got to watch growing up. So for me growing up or whatever, so that would probably be my number 5. So moving on to number 4. What do you think you got for that one, Josh?
I would have to say number 4 is a real toss-up for me between 2 games, but I'm not going to give you the one that I don't want to pick, but I will give you the one I am going to pick. I think number 4 really has to go to the game that I was talking to you about earlier, where Marino was going against the Kansas City Chiefs on Monday Night Football, and he brought the Dolphins back and beat Joe Montana. Yes, Montana wasn't in his prime, but this was against a pretty stable and good Kansas City Chiefs team at the time. So, it was like kind of like an upset, but it was an exciting game because these are 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks going against each other, and it just was back and forth, and it was fun to watch. And it was also a prime time game. It was on a Monday night game, so I really enjoyed that game.
Definitely. Yeah, that one would definitely have to go down a pretty good game for you. And me too. I definitely remember that game also. For me, mine's more current. For number 4, would have to be for this last season's Houston Texans game. When we went down to Texas and actually,
No, they came to us.
or yeah, they came to. Sorry, I apologize for that. And we beat them, profoundly. So, and it's the first time in our franchise actually beating them. So, I mean, I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, it was a down year for the Houston Texans," but we have not beaten the Houston Texans since they became a franchise in the NFL. Since, what was that? When they come in 2004?
Against them
until that game. Yeah. So, I mean, for me, that's a huge victory. I don't care what their circumstances was. They still had one of the best receivers, in the game with the Anthony Hopkins, and the best defensive player.
That's when Arian Foster got hurt and was out for the rest of the season. He got hurt in that Dolphin game.
Yeah, and so I mean that for me that would be my number 4, just because we finally beat them. We got over that hurdle and finally beat them guys. So, how about moving on to number 3? Who do you think you got for number 3?
Oh, I don't even have to think about this. This is an easy one for me. Number 3 has to be the Thanksgiving game, 1993, 94 win. No, it was 1993, Thanksgiving against the Cowboys. And we were down 13-14. And we had the kick miss, and Leon Lett decided to touch the ball for the Cowboys.
Good old Leon Lett.
And Miami wound up picking it up, getting the ball back, re-kicking with 2 or 3 seconds left, and winning the game 16-14, and making Jimmy Johnson so upset and Jerry Jones so upset. It was priceless.
And
so I really enjoyed that game as my number 3.
Yeah, and I'm going with you with that one too, bro. And I'm definitely taking that one as my number 3 also. That Leon Lett was such an idiot. I mean, they had the game in the bag. They blocked that field goal. We thought it was over, and nobody touched the ball. Everyone was like, on the Cowboys side, was like, get away from it, get away from it. And you see that big old Leon Lett running towards it, like, what is he doing, And he hits it and slides and gives us the ball back with better field position to try to hit the ball again, and we ended up winning that game. So yeah, definitely that was definitely a number 3 for me also. So
you know why he had a hard time holding on to that ball and it slipped out of his hands? You know why, right?
Because it was an ice bowl.
Well, not just that, but the real reason, right?
No idea, no.
He thought it was a turkey leg and it slipped out of his hands. He hold on to the ball and it looked like a turkey drum and it slipped out of my hands.
Jesus.
That the Cowboys still won the Super Bowl that year. Everybody will still remember. That messed up on that game so badly, and he messed up again in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, and then because he was running it back for a touchdown, and then he started extending it out, and one of the BB came up behind him, and
there was a touchback.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah, that Leon Lett, he was an idiot, but he's got championships, so he don't care. So
yep.
Moving on to number 2, what do you got for number 2, bro?
Now this is a real toss-up. I could go 2 ways with this, but I think I'm going to say my number 1 for a good reason. But my number 2 has to be Dan Marino's fake spike against the Jets. I love that play so much. I could watch that over and over again, never get tired of it. and that has to be my number 2. I mean, to go downfield when you're losing 21 to 24, and making the Jets believe that you're going to spike the ball at the same time, you know that you're already in the red zone, and making them believe that you're going to kill the clock and then go for a second down, and then they'll have to Mark Ingram for his, was it Mark Ingram?
I think it was Mark Ingram, Senior, yeah.
And to get him his 4th touchdown in the game, 4th, all by himself, and win the game, that was so priceless, and that's my number 2.
I'm going to go number 2 a little different than you. For me, number 2 is a little more recent. Would have to be the Miami Dolphins of this last season knocking the New England Patriots on their butts and basically taking home field advantage away from them in the playoffs, making them go into Denver and basically getting their butts kicked against Denver and basically keeping them from going to the Super Bowl. So that one for me, because I hate the Patriots and I love to see them lose. And our Dolphins basically, stomped them mud hole in their butts. So that would be my number 2, just because I love watching Tom Brady cry and watching basically all the Patriots get their butts kicked. So that'd be my number 2. So who's your number 1?
And just so you heads up, yes, it was Mark Ingram. So
I figured it was. He would probably been number 1 because he was senior. Mark Ingram Senior.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Gorilla, you're going to kick yourself in the butt. This is why I said this is number 1 on my top 5 Dolphin games of all time. You said it could be NFL clips or this or that or something we watch. Well, this is from an NFL clip, and my number 1 Dolphins game of all time has to be the 1972 undefeated season Super Bowl victory over the Washington Redskins.
I totally agree with you. And mine was kind of a toss-up between kind of both of those. I wanted to try to do both the Jets and both Washington for the 72 Dolphins too, but I'm going to lean towards the 72 Dolphins winning too, because that is a record that is withstanded over 40 years and has not been broken. Everyone claims that, who cares? It's not that big of a deal. That's all that you got to brag about. Well, it is a big deal, because if it wasn't a big deal, then why has nobody been able to break it? If it's so easy for every team to, so-called beat it or break it, why has nobody ever done it besides us?
Exactly.
If it was so easy, everybody should be able to do it. So that's a staple to what our Dolphins have been for our Dolphin Nation. And, I'm sure there's numerous fans out there that are just, 100% behind everything that we do. So, so looking forward to it. That was kind of fun. We never really tried anything like that. The top 5 list of games that we think we'll have to do something like that on the Dolphin Addicts blog talk show every Wednesday that we do. If you want to go ahead and give them the number for that show that we do every Wednesday on 5:30